What's going on, guys? Episode 14, Stand Up Sales. My semi handsome co host, David Jacob. Pumped to have you here, brother. And the topic of today's call is the sales pill that you don't want to swallow. So, we're going to give it to you raw. We're going to give it to you probably a little bit calloused. But this is shit that you need to hear as a salesperson.
Yes, sir.
Because you're probably doing these
I've been
things
speaking
that
to a lot
we're
of
going to be
people
talking about
recently
you.
who are
And
trying to
you
get either
probably should
onto
take our
high ticket
advice.
offers to close, or even set on high ticket offers, and they don't have a ton of experience. And it's like, okay, how do I get my sales job? One of the biggest things that I've realized is like the methods that these people are trying to get sales jobs. All of them suck. Like objectively, they all suck. They send terrible outreach messages and then they don't follow up. Like one guy followed me, I swear to God, like maybe 14 times. Because like I was just lazy and didn't get back to him. But like he followed up. He kept following until he got my calendar. And I was like, you make a fucking great salesperson. Well done you. But if you send an outreach message and don't open it, and you don't send me another, well, why would I hire you to do sales for my company when you don't even follow up with me? Just follow up. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's super easy for people to get lazy with that. Like, he's not going to answer it. Like, stop assuming things are going to do something. Like, you don't know until you do the follow up that they're not interested. So don't assume. A lot of salespeople are just negative in mindset, I feel like. It's a big thing that I see is like people just, they don't have the self belief or they've lost belief in prospects because they've been burnt a couple times. So like, do not take the experience you had
Yeah.
with someone
Like
and
you have to.
transfer that
I make
experience and
this corollary a
assume
lot, right?
that that
Sales is
experience is going to
basically the
translate
same
into
thing.
this
You have
next
to apply the
interaction.
same logic to do the same stuff. And realistically, like if you went on in your life like applying the same logic of, oh well, this one person was shitty to me, now everyone else also going to behave in the same way, you should be unhappy forever and probably single.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to come into each sales interaction with an open mind, or you'll
Going
never
off that,
ever
like
be successful
if
or
that's
hit
your
the
approach to
threshold
trying to
of
find a
success that
job,
you
like what are you
could.
going to be like when a prospect says no to you, and then the next prospect says no to you, and the next prospect says no to you? Like you're like, oh, no prospect's going to say yes to that. I'm going to sack this off. No, you're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, and another tough pill to swallow is if a bunch of people are telling you no, it's a you thing. It's not a prospect problem. So take an introspective look and self reflect.
Mm,
Am I good at sales? Can I get better at sales? When's the last time I've tried to get better at what I do? Right? Like, don't become
yeah,
lazy, right? Like, you don't want a sales dad bod. Like, you had a six pack when you started sales, then you got lazy and fat. You created bad habits, and now you're out of shape in your sales muscle. Like, you always have to be selling. Corny ABC, right? Always be closing. Like, literally,
yeah,
you always have to be training and getting better because sales is a dynamic. The recession is coming. The fucking chat GPT and AI is taking everyone's jobs. Like, you have to be up to date on current events to then help sell better. Understand what the pains and what the people that you're talking to are thinking and going through emotionally. You have to understand what it is. You can't just use old sales tactics from a book from the 1980s because you closed three deals with it and you're just applying that to fucking everything. Like fucking actually educate yourself on sales. Like continually get better at your craft. Because if you're not, the person at your company is, or the person at your competitor's company
yeah. Without a
is.
shadow of a doubt.
And you're gonna fucking lose every time. Like, do better. Take it seriously. It's your fucking way you make money. Why would you not dedicate time and energy outside of working hours, God forbid, You have to work late one night
I
and
was
fucking
speaking to
educate
a
yourself on
today
something.
as a
Like,
buyer, not even
do the
as
work.
as
There's no substitute. There's no fucking magic
chatting
pill
at
in
the end of
sales.
the call, and I was like, oh, like, because he asked, like, oh, you do sales coaching, like, what does that actually entail? We was chatting about it. And I was like, oh, like, do you do reviews? And he was like, yeah, I mean, kind of self-led. Like, if you want calls reviewed, like, they do it, but it's not like, if you don't, they definitely do it. And I was like, yeah, that's criminal. What do you mean? If you don't want your calls reviewed, they're not going to do it. He was like, yeah, like, you just have to ask and they'll do them for you. It's not mandated by senior management. I'm like, why not? Surely the goal here is to make error as fast as humanly possible. Why would they not mandate call reviews? Call reviews are the single best way of you get it faster.
Yeah.
You get to look at your own work and say, oh, actually, this was stupid. Let's never do that again. Okay, cool. Next.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're never going to realize it.
exactly. Like, if you have bad breath, someone has to tell you have bad breath. You don't know that you have bad breath. Yeah, like you need outside parties to help you grow, right? Like period. And if your company is not helping you grow, that's not an excuse for you to stop growing. Like, change your environment, get a new fucking job, invest in coaching. Like, don't just rely on others to make you better, right? Like, that's never going to pan out right. Like, if you want mediocre results, do mediocre things. If you want exponential results, you have to do exponential things. You have to work harder than other people to get better results than other people, right? But I mean, if you're listening to this podcast and you're fine with being
stop
the
listening to this
middle to the
podcast.
bottom tier
This
of your
is
sales team,
more
you're
mental
fine with
masturbation
being in
that
the
you
same
don't
job
need.
for three fucking years,
Go to
probably
something
should not
else.
even be listening to this because the whole point of
Yeah,
yeah, go do something else.
yeah,
But like, that's a tough sales pill to follow. It's like, you're not good. I'm not the best salesperson in the world. I understand that. That's why I continually invest in education and
the other
knowledge
side of
and
that is,
surrounding
like,
myself
especially if you have
with
in your
other people
mind
who are
that
better
you're
than me.
not good,
Like,
you'll
that's the
spend
only
all your
way
time
for you to
trying
grow and
learn
understand
stuff
that
and
you're
have
not good.
time actually doing the thing. That's the inverse problem. Like, stop from learning stuff and just do the thing. Oh yeah, but I don't know, and oh, I need to learn more. Agreed. Yes, you do. That's a given. But everyone
Yeah.
does. But you do less actual
Yeah.
work than everyone else because you're too focused on learning shit. So you don't get the reps in, and you don't get better from doing. And you'll learn
Yeah.
twice as fast from doing as you will from fucking reading or listening.
Yeah. And when you're looking at someone to help you grow, make sure that there's someone who actually fucking does the thing for a job. Don't invest in a coach or a program
Equally,
if
on that point, get
they
coached by someone who
aren't
hasn't done the
also
fucking thing.
pushing their own
Make sure
envelope
you can
to get
find the
better and
receipts
get you
of
better
the
information.
person's going to coach you and that they know what they're talking about. Do not get fucking
Yeah.
scammed. Big caveat.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Like, would you take financial advice from a homeless person? No. You would take financial advice from someone who's financially stable and has helped other people do the thing. Like, don't join a coaching program from a 19-year-old kid. What the fuck
It's tough.
does he know that you don't know? Like, what?
What
Ridiculous.
other are the like the
I
most
feel like these are very simple things that people should know, but I guess it has to be
sales
said
tools?
because we come
Oh
across
yeah,
it all the
okay.
time.
This is a hill that I will die on. Objection handling is not a key skill. You do not need to learn this like you learn how to like walk or like read or write. Like, you don't need to learn how to objection handle. All you will do will be like parrot off random dumb shit from a script and hope that that works. That's not objection handling. That's just rote memorization and hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, back to our book episode. One thing that we didn't talk to is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Read that book. It teaches you personal skills, why people make decisions. Like, Objection handling is just listening to information, putting it in your brain, taking the things that you know, and spitting out something that's actual, like cognizantly making sense to that person, cognitively making sense to that person in a way to overcome the objection, like just understanding human needs.
Yeah. Equally,
it's not a script. If I just ask this one question, I'll overcome every objection.
To which the sales influencer on YouTube or TikTok or fucking Twitter or whatever is going to be useful. Like, don't try and become the carbon copy clone of a sales influencer. Your goal is to take some interesting stuff that they have taught you and go, this is really useful to me. I'm now going to add this to my arsenal, to my repertoire of skills, so that me as an individual, how I sell becomes more effective. Not, I am a shit version of this person, melded with some stuff from the person, and this should work because they're both successful.
Yeah. Yeah, like don't blindly follow things, like actually put your personality into stuff. Take information, mix it up with who you are as a person and what your unique skill set is, and then that should be it.
I think that's it. It's
right?
really
like,
easy to try and outsource your thinking almost entirely. Where
just be a human being.
These guys know what they're doing, so we should just listen to exactly what they say. I mean, yeah, but you don't sell the exact same thing that they sell. That's 100%.
That works for like a landing page.
100%.
Like something that's black and white. Sales is gray as fuck. There is no real black and whites in sales. So like when you're dealing with human beings, there's no like X, Y, and Z black and white thing to do because each person is unique. When you're dealing with, like, I'll use the landing page example, like make your button bigger, put this here, do this there. Like, okay, that's something that I could copy and use the framework of. But in regards to sales, like if I tell you how I do sales, it might not work for you because you're not me and you can't do it the way that I do it because it's innate to me.
I'm going to take something that you said that I thought was really different and try it, and it works. Great. Now you know that you can use that one thing. It's not I need to now carbon copy, clone, copy and paste myself to become a brown version of Dylan. Like, that's not going to work. It's not going to happen, right? Because you're not going to be good at the same things that you are. In reality, what? Ha 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 ha. Yes. But like the reality of the situation
isn't that you?
is just going to be
the brown
a
version
worse
of Dylan.
version of that. You're still not going to get the results. The only thing you can do, this sounds very like self-helpy. The only thing you can do is become a better version of you, a worse version of someone else. Yeah.
Like think about Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
There's so many little shitty versions of Andrew Tate that take they make their whole personality
idolizing
I'm escaping the Matrix.
Someone else who quote
like
unquote
no, you're
escaped
not.
The Matrix. He did it. You didn't.
What are you doing?
Otherwise, you wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't be having this conversation. And like the end of the day, you got to understand that everything is sales. So like take everything with a grain of salt. Like we're doing this podcast not for the direct way of selling something, but it's also exposure to who we are, and we ultimately sell something on the back end. Yes, we do good work and we actually care about our students and the people that we help, but you got to understand that me and David here aren't making a podcast because we just like seeing each other on Zoom and we're like not busy at all. Like this fucker showed up 18 minutes late to this call today because he was on another call. And we're like, we're fitting this into our schedules, and like
it'll get moved 2 or 3 times before
it's content.
find a time that actually fits. Because Yeah, you're selling something on the back end. Like I was coaching one who was selling for a coaching offer, and they were like, "Yeah, you know, I just buy into the mentality of the coach behind it," and I kind of pulled a face, and they're like, "What do you mean? Like, mate, why do you pull a face?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, it's still a money making scheme. Like, yeah, they're a good person, sure, like that, they want to help people, but it's still a money making scheme." She was like, no, it's not that. And I was like, "Is it free?" She went, "No." "Okay, so why isn't it free?" It's like, "Because there's costs associated with it." And I was like, "That's fair. Is there a profit margin? Like, is it all profit?" Like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, then whatever the moralistic side of this aside, it's a money making scheme. Otherwise, do it." So, yeah. But,
Yeah, like think about like the Red Cross, something that seems really good and heartfelt. You donate money to help other people. 100% of your donations do not go to its cause. Like they're making a profit. People make money off of it. You don't think they can advertise on the Super
I think,
Bowl if they're not making a profit? That shit costs money, right? Like take a reality check. Everything someone is trying to sell you something
that
24/7.
means as a result,
Everywhere
working
you
in
go,
sales, like,
everything is
you are
everyone's
the
trying to
point of
get
that
your money
attention.
and your attention,
Everyone else has
which is
done
also
their
money.
job up until you. And if they don't close, that's a you thing. Hard pill to swallow, right? If someone doesn't close, potentially hundreds of dollars a point is
Yeah.
wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because at that point,
No, 100% money's been wasted.
to get them to that point.
Prospects don't just fall out of the air excited to buy. Like there's a whole process that a business has created and
Kind
spent
of
blood,
scary
sweat,
thing when
and
you think about,
tears
like, so
creating.
kind of coming on sales mindset, that just jogged my memory, right? So, like, people get very scared of disqualifying because they're worried about, like, oh, well, my sales manager might be annoyed if I disqualify. It's like, I mean, yeah, to some degree, but equally, does whatever offer you're selling with want to work with pricks? No. It's going to cost them more money. So, yeah, the process that got them to sit in front of you for 30 minutes, yeah, cost money, but you know what's going to
Yeah.
cost them more money? Working with people who are dickheads. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the 7 calls it's going to take them to get a
Yep.
no because you didn't do your job qualifying and
Yep.
disqualifying. Now it's a topic of conversation. Now
That's
it's in the
why I
pipeline.
heavier on
Now they're
disqualification.
banking
Like,
on that money in
is
their
there the likelihood
forecasting.
that you will
You're
lose
fucking up
business
more
as a
things
result
than
of
you
it?
are
Yes,
disqualifying.
by definition. But does that potentially lead to better business outcomes as a whole? Because you have more accurate reporting, because you have a better, clearer understanding of your pipeline, because the people who actually want to close are being pushed with more force than, you know, trying to push 1,000 people. You only have to push 2,000. Those people are going to move faster with the same amount of force applied. No.
Yeah, and use the dating
Well,
example.
so,
Are you going to continually go on dates with a girl that you
certain
don't
man will
want to
do that.
date long term?
Certain man will do that.
No. Are you going to buy her a Valentine's Day gift today?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, someone who's not hitting fucking quota or making as much money as they want because you're hanging on to a false belief
What do
system.
you, what do you think of the most common activities in sales?
Yeah,
Apart
don't
from
be a
money,
simp in sales.
the most common activities in sales that aren't around disqualification.
The what?
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of terrible things people do in sales. Like, one thing that pisses me off
Okay.
is like over prospecting or like over doing things in sales that aren't moving the needle. We were talking about this before the podcast started. Like, oh, I'm going to prospect these many companies and get all this contact information and write all these really good personalized lines, and then I'm going to send all these really good emails. Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
just do the fucking thing a lot, and it's a numbers game. If you spent 35 minutes to send one email, what if the email bounced? What if they retired? They no longer work there. They're the wrong contact. They're not interested. You just wasted 35 minutes. You could have made like 15 cold calls. You could have sent out 30 emails. Like, you could have followed up with someone who was actually fucking interested. But no, you just wanted to mentally masturbate that you're really good at sales. I'm really good at personalizing emails and distilling. Oh, great that you went to Penn State. Go Nittany Lions. What if he hated sports? What if he was in band?
For me, my big bugbear.
You know, like,
don't
overdo shit that doesn't move the needle.
An introductory email. What are you doing? You think this? Oh, I read the shitty deck that is created by marketing 9 months ago that hasn't been updated since, and now, yeah, you're right. I am gonna buy. We don't even call. No, this is just never gonna happen. They're gonna be like, all right, cool. Thanks for telling me your prices. I'm now gonna go and find someone cheaper to do this same thing because fuck you. That's why. Yeah. Useless.
Let's actually reschedule the demo call and just make it an onboarding call while you're at it. I'll sign the contract and we're good to go. Yeah, it's like you matched a girl on Tinder and you're already buying condoms. You haven't even gone on a date yet.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna say, like, you've already booked dinner reservations when you've got the match.
Yeah, like your first message on Tinder is like, "Hey, I already got dinner reservations tomorrow, 5:00."
But 1 out of 1,000 times at work, and you'll feel like a G.
Yeah, she's going to block you and run for the hills because you're a weirdo.
God, this is not the person that I actually want to go on a date with. This is not my favor at all. You are optimizing for the worst thing.
Yeah, and the amount of time you wasted on the 999 other canceled dinner reservations, like, yeah. So stop doing dumb fucking things with your day. Time is the only thing that you can't get back. So why are you wasting it on things that don't put money in your pocket? They don't. Like reading an entire sales book and doing nothing about it.
Yeah, go to the content.
And I know we just did a fucking episode about good books, but like,
go to the
read a chapter or two and then do the thing. It's not like it's a Harry Potter book where you need to read the whole thing.
Sales that you've read 17 times in all of the other sales books that you've read. That's pointless. You just... ChatGPT is the bane of...
Yeah. Or go to ChatGPT and say, hey, can you summarize this book?
I guarantee everyone's going to get dumber. Like, the human race is going to get stupider as a result of GPT. Yeah, exactly.
You're what?
Now I don't even have to Google stuff. Yeah.
I mean, think of how dumb we've gotten with Google. We're lazy with, like, Siri. Turn on Netflix.
Thing that I do with Siri, and I 100% own up to this.
I can't even type it out. Or spend this time scrolling.
Like, call this person. And I remember I was with a friend that I seen in a while. She was like, did you just use Siri to call them? I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I? They're like, use your thumb. Click shit. I was like, why? I don't have to open my phone. Like, in my mind, it's completely logical. And then you look at the out perspective, you're like, that's so weird and so lazy. Oh, that's fair.
I do it in the car because it doesn't let me type while I'm driving. And I'm like, call, and people in my contacts are all fucking crazy. I think you're like David Twitter or something on my fucking phone or something like that.
just so
Yeah,
inconvenient.
no.
What happens if there's
My
multiple
my thing
Davids
is fucked.
that you met on Twitter?
Your last
You
name
add
is
a
how
number?
I've met you.
You're just gonna add a number like David 1 Twitter, David 2 Twitter. What do you do then?
Hmm?
Just limited one friend channel.
Yeah, it's a pretty good point. I guess I'll cross that bridge when it comes. But
Great.
I mean,
I'm gonna rename you Ginger Dylan.
yeah, yeah. David Sales Twitter. That's what you'd be.
All right, I think that's good enough to as any to leave it on.
David Stand Up Sales. Yeah, I mean, I guess the biggest thing to leave you guys with is like, there's more that you could be doing. Do it.
Needle moving.
And take a real life audit of what you do on a day-to-day basis and like classify it. Is this helping me become more successful? Is this making me more happy? Is this contributing to where I want to be in life? If it's a no, stop fucking doing it. It's so easy. It's like being allergic to something, but you're still eating it every day. Oh my God.
Did you stop drinking milk? Nah, I
Can't
threw
do
up
that.
every
Like, I
morning.
keep breaking out in
Why
hives.
Stop doing it. Why have you continued with this?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Well, I still use cheese. There's less dairy in it. Stop, dude. So yeah, guys, hold up the mirror and like actually have a conversation with yourself. Like, I need to fix some shit. I need to fix some shit. David definitely need to fix some shit.
What's that?
We're all not perfect, so we're not sitting up here on a pedestal, but there's a lot of shit that people do that's just not helping. So stop doing it. That's the
Today,
goal.
15?
Awesome, guys. Well, we'll see you in episode 15. 14.